Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight.
Let's go! Let's go!
Third! Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. No one. And of course, you're gonna get the Coffin spin. Hey, yo, 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 and hopefully away we go here. Welcome to the AEW Collision Rampage. Lots of wrestling sidecast here tonight. Good to see everybody here. Mr. Callahan, always a pleasure to see you here. There's no floating time as to when we're actually starting the stream for the actual show because we're waiting for the NBA to wrap their game up here. They are in the last 4 minutes of the game, and thank goodness it was a blowout, so hopefully they don't blow a whole bunch of timeouts here and, you know, cause the game to take longer than it does. Shout out to TNT for putting AEW Dynamite or AEW Collision right after NBA, so Swerve can get a ton of eyes on him. And there's going to be some good stuff on the show tonight. For those that aren't familiar, there's going to be a return and a debut tonight. The debut is a team that was in all over Europe. Hey, Mr. Quick, how you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. It's going to be a fun night tonight. We're getting the return of the Grizzled Young Vets. They're debuting here in AEW tonight. James Drake and Zach Gibson worked in NXT. Were very proficient in NXT UK. Very good tag team. One of the best. They're going to be taking on the Acclaimed tonight. And the other return we're getting, I am really looking forward to this. He's had an injury for a while. And making his return back. And the guy that I consider the AEW Undertaker in many ways. Rey Fenix is returning tonight. Taking on the man formerly known as Black Taurus. I think his name's Modor now or something like that. AAA made him change his name, so. But that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun, that match. So, yeah. And everything going on tonight. Plus, we get to hear it updated Tony Khan, you know. Everybody give him his best wishes. I really want to see him laid up in a hospital after everything that's gone on. I'm fighting the good fight, even though he has been on the NFL Network. Heaven forbid he be on ABC the last couple days. I have to say this right now, and it goes with a lot of the comments that we've heard over the last few days. And I just want to reiterate this. Hey, Cameron, good to see you here. This might sound a little controversial, but you know what? I haven't thrown anything controversial out in a while. Is Tony Khan a carny? Yes. Is Triple H a carny? Yes. Is it going to stop me from watching wrestling on either side? No. So, for all the comments that TK's thrown out and the fervor that's going on. Yes and no. He's there's been a lot of things that I see and hear that come out of what in particular is fighting your interest there, because I know there's a couple things I found as we were watching through here. Say he's not afraid. Well, that's the carny thing again. Like, what is Omega gonna say? Is he gonna say, no, I'm just there to say hi and get bullied up by the guys that threw me out of the group because I was too injured to show up to work? Realistically, I don't see Omega doing a whole lot. I see Omega sort of being like, Tony Khan's not going to be the guy to face up to the Bucks. Kenny Omega will be. Eventually, I see Hangman coming back in that role. ICFTR being part of that role. And we're going to have to find one other one here that just is so anti-Bucks in this situation that we get him involved in this. I love absolutely that they're showing that they're not going to Inside the NBA after this. And a side note about Wednesday, just found out literally as I turned on the stream here tonight. Next Wednesday, for AEW Dynamite out of Winnipeg, they are broadcasting the Rampage show live here in Canada on TSN. So we are going to be on live during it. So instead of the 3 hours on a Saturday, we're going to get the 3 hours on a good old Wednesday night. We'll probably get another night in of WWE 2K. We'll see how it goes. Of course, they'd have to do it on a night that the Oilers play. I think I'm just going to ignore it and just ignore the hockey game and just go for it. I can always watch the highlights later. Plus, if it goes into overtime, I'll end up watching it. It'll be at that point regardless. All right, we're in the last 20 seconds of the game. Hopefully things wrap up quick, and then hopefully I can find it on this damn app, because let's face it, TSN is going to be... All right, that was a weirdest 8-second violation. Oh, God, I hate referees. As he sends things to the outside. They just called an 8-second violation when the game's up by 20 and there's, 20 seconds to go? I get it. You're supposed to make sure that you call the rules, but you can always... sometimes it's good to play a blind eye to certain things. Especially when it comes down to the fact that, this is a 20-point game and nobody wants to be there. Because, what happened, I think it was last night between I think it was the Oilers and the Kings, where they blew the whistle with 6 seconds to go, but they were down 6-1. So the timekeeper's like, yeah, no, I ain't stopping no clock. We're just getting out of here. Well, they got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. All right, cool. But yeah, it's great to see as many sports get as much exposure as they do right now. Wrestling, this is going to be fun for having wrestling right after it. Because right after the broadcast, they're switching right over and Swerve's coming out. So hopefully I can find it real quick, but it's the TSN app. Who knows what's going to happen here. Actually, I'm going to log out right now to see if I can get it. Nope, hasn't come up yet. They might actually have to wait a few minutes to get it started. We'll see. That's why I hope they aired the TV on whatever streaming service they have. If there's a game on, it won't get interrupted. Yeah. I'm just looking forward to get I'm just glad it's not getting pushed back as much as they thought it was going to be. Hey, Dribblers, how you doing here tonight? I'm literally just going to keep it on the same channel until things go on here, but I sure as hell hope they don't screw this up. Swerve is probably chopping at the bit to get on the... I could see them actually physically keeping Swerve in the ring for this. Instead of... Okay, so... I'm just going to log out right now and log back in here as we go. Yeah, I'd imagine if they were smart, they literally would have Swerve in the ring. They wouldn't even give him an I guess you give him the entrance because it gives him that pop. Plus, you need the entrance. We need to see the Nana dance. Well, I want to give you the Nana dance too, but I want to give you my Nana dance, but I can't do it without the music, and I can't do the music without, actually having the show up. I'm assuming down the States you guys are getting it right away. They could basically be screwing up here on our end, so since it is scheduled until no, Dunks of the Year right now. If you're down in the States, let me know if the show's on already. I'm assuming it's already on for you guys. Time for the Bucks to cut the feed. Yeah, I'm with you. They're supposed to be going straight into it, right? This is always the most frustrating part as we go here, but I'll say it. Tonight, Swerve on the mic right away. Get these crowds fired up about everything that's going on. I know I'll have to go back and watch what he has to say here if I'm missing it, which I'm assuming I am. Am I going to be streaming tomorrow? Plan is right now for between 8:30 and 9 o'clock Eastern time. 6:30 to 7:30 Mountain. 6:30 to 7 Mountain. I'll be on with, I'll be with Topspin 2K25, the newest tennis game going on for just released from 2K. So plan is right now that I'll be there while we're doing this. I can let you guys know. Tuesday, I'm actually going to be recording a podcast with Retro Hangover coming up later this week. So I need to get a little podcast prep in. So we're actually going to get into a bit of a classic game, Killer Instinct for. I don't know whether we'll find it for the old version on my Xbox, or we'll do it on the Super Nintendo through Rare Replay. One or the other. We're going to be playing a little Killer Instinct on Tuesday. Wednesday we're going to be here for the almighty Dynamite and Rampage, and probably some WWE 2K after that. And then Thursday, Tears of the Kingdom. And then we'll be back on Saturday with a 2-hour wrestling episode of Collision. Not 3 for once, because, And then sorry, I'm constantly just logging into TSN the whole time. And then we'll be lined up, so then a week from Tuesday, we're going to be doing the Too Many Well, I think that's what they're doing right now, is they're just trying to get you to the bottom of the hour. And also, here's the other thing. With NBA, MLB, well, MLB is not that big of a deal. Or MLB still might be, but especially with football, if teams don't use all their timeouts, your show started? Okay. I'm just trying to see if I can get mine loaded up here. Come on, you can do it, computer. Might have to reboot the app here in a sec. Here he comes. Oh, dang it! I hate TSN. I really do. I'm missing all the good stuff, as they call it. Well, let's see here. All right, well, I'll give you. When I swerve, when I drive, and I swerve, when I drive, and I gotta get the TV working because I can't get the show. And I gotta tell TSN, come on, let's go! Ah! There, I got it in for you guys. Sorry it isn't better or more in sync with what's going on. But I got a feeling I'm going to miss the first 5 minutes just because TSN is dumb. There we go. All right, I got Swerve in the ring here. So what do you guys think about Swerve actually having a match on Wednesday versus having a promo that everybody was such in a fervor about? And honestly, I don't mind it because he is... Didn't like he fought Kyle Fletcher? Well, just because it's a guaranteed loss for Fletcher or what? No matter because he fought Swerve. The night Swerve would have been beat, yeah. I think it was basically a tribute to what he does best. Like, don't get me wrong, he's got the mic skills, don't get me wrong, but damn, when he's in the ring, it's just a beautiful thing to watch. And for me, it's more the fact that he was willing to go out and put somebody over in his first moment back more than worrying about... I think this promo's sort of telling who it's going to be. See Tony Khan in healthy conditions. Maybe this is the 5th guy for Omega. Maybe. Maybe we get Jack Perry at Double or Nothing, because they are announcing it on Wednesday. They have announced that.
But let's get to business. The most important thing that happened this week was Swerve Strickland winning the Dynasty, and he made history by defeating.
Do we get Okada? No. Okada's got a title. They're not going to push another one on him right now. I don't see them trying to do 2 AEW titles on one guy at the same time. It was bad enough that they did an ROH and an AEW title at the same time.
But let's make no mistake, the real best
I honestly think we get Jack Perry. Just because of everything that everybody's ever said.
last week, it was Samoa Joe. This week it's Swerve Strickland, baby.
Hey, Miss Zodiac, how you doing?
That came with some sacrifices. The night that I won that championship, I went to my daughter, my oldest daughter, Anaya. She looked me in my face and she said, "Man,
Decide not to go?
I'm so proud of you."
Sorry to hear it, my friend. I wish you had an opportunity to be there. I thought maybe you were texting from the show.
My relationship with my children is everything.
It is running a little bit late, too, so.
Missed birthdays, all the missed basketball games, dance recitals, holidays, father-daughter dances, you name it. I can't make up for lost time, baby girl. But what I can do is set the example and blaze a trail as AEW champion and make sure this was all worth it.
It's funny, he talks about his baby girl. What happens if Hangman comes out? Or he's at the house?
Has set people in front of me, and I knocked them all down. This past week, Kyle Fletcher was just one. And you know what? I'm in a really good mood tonight. I say we have ourselves an open challenge, and I put this AEW World Championship on.
Wait, wah.
But I'm only giving it to somebody who really wants to fight.
What if it's Joe? I don't see Joe. Unless they keep Joe out for a while and bring him in later.
This is the Dynasty era. And the lead of that Dynasty is whose house? Whose house?
So we're getting a title match right off the bat. So we know he's not.
Well, it sounds like to me, by that music, someone we know very well is entering this challenge that's been thrown out here incredibly.
Wait a second. You're going to tell me you're not going to enjoy Swerve and Claudio? I don't care that Claudio's going to lose it.
Swerve said, let's put the title on the line. That's unprecedented. That is huge. Well, we have to know it wasn't Brian Daniels.
Maybe it'll be our main event.
Would you leave that alone? Come on,
Yeah, let's just cha-ching.
can't stop. This is going to be the big
Oh, here we go. Forgot I had that. We pulled that up when Monet popped in the first night. I forgot that TK had that as his entrance. But this is also very smart. If you have those ton of viewers, fans just are not listening to Claudio.
There it is. I guess I'll be seeing you tonight, Claudio, in whose house?
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be mine. So there you have it tonight.
Claudio doesn't have to say much. Hey, Big G! Swerve, did you clear this with the EVPs? Big G, if you haven't popped in yet, if you haven't seen the show yet, we got a brand new main event tonight. Claudio Castagnoli, Swerve Strickland, AEW title on the line. This is gonna be fun tonight. We got the return of Rey Fenix tonight. We got the Grizzled Young Vets making their debut tonight. Yeah, I don't care about the BS outside of the ring. In the ring, this is amazing right now. Toni Storm and Anna Jay, by the way. My Toni Storm shirt came in today, actually. Toni Storm versus Jury. So yeah, we haven't hit a commercial break yet, but there isn't much you missed in the promo. Just your generic. A lot of important things happened. Talked about Tony Khan. Talked about things being a bitch move. What the EVPs and Jack Perry did. And now they're going back to watch the video of exactly what happened. They're going to milk this for the early part of the show because this is the part that's getting headlines right now. Thank you, Rich Eisen, for all the work that you do. If you guys didn't hear as well, Tony Khan is actually going to donate his neck brace for auction to go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital to support Rich Eisen in the Run Rich Run campaign. Once he's available to give it up, he can't give it up yet. He still needs it,
Yeah, the elite has arrived my ass. Let me tell you this
Ha!
right now. Tony Khan has suffered multiple head and neck injuries. And I talked with him today. He tells me that he feels very blessed and very happy that he is still able to work. And of course, we have seen him here in Jacksonville this week during the NFL draft. However, doctors have advised Tony Khan that he cannot travel. But he'll be able to run AEW from here in Jacksonville as we travel, of course, starting with Winnipeg on Wednesday night. So that's good news. Tony is on the mend, but he'll be running our company from a remote location here in Jacksonville. Let's be clear. So Tony Khan's not going to be going on the road at all. He's not going to be in Winnipeg moving forward.
It's not going to be in Edmonton either. Sucks.
Right on the road. Who's going to run things? I mean, I would have to think, ironically as it is, maybe the EVPs. Are you out of your mind? Who else is going to do it? We understand that Tony
Got a good point there, right? Oh, Jesus. I forgot about this. We're getting the 6-man titles tonight, too. We got the Bang Bang Gang against the Top Flight Gang. Hey, KJ. Yeah, we were just talking about the shirt because we were going through the lineup for tonight. We're having a lot of... It's going to be fun tonight. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, main event tonight, Swerve Strickland and Claudio Castagnoli for the title. We all know who's winning it. We get it, but still. It's... McGee, how am I supposed to say that? It's gauge it. Okay. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And now the last time we had... Yeah, the one on Wednesday was great. We're getting the return. You haven't seen Rey Fenix yet. A lot of you haven't seen Run. Nigel said, who's running the company? Nigel, did you forget there's a cleaner showing up? That's what I was telling you guys. That's what I've been saying since last week. I have been saying this since last Wednesday. Omega comes in. He can't wrestle, but he sure as hell can help run things. He may have been fired as an EVP from the Elite, but he hasn't been relieved of his duties in AEW. Even though he says on his Twitch streams that he should never become an EVP in the first place. Which I vehemently disagree with, because the fact that his vice presidency was in charge of video games, and you know what? There were a few corporate decisions that were a mistake on the AEW game Fight Forever. He made a few mistakes. Yeah, I'll get right back to Phoenix in a second. I'm a little fired up here. When it comes to the video game, yes, there were some corporate decisions that were a mistake. The actual game itself is fun as hell to play. It's a great party game. It's like Mario Party. You're not going to sit there and grind Mario Party for 6 years. You're going to play for a couple hours, enjoy it, move on. When they made it a full price point for that game, that's when it turned into a pile of heap of garbage. Like, I haven't picked up the I haven't picked up the DLC for Jamie Hayter yet, which I do plan on doing here. And I do want to get it on stream too, so we're going to have some fun with that. Hopefully in the next few weeks. I'm thinking we'll probably do it right after we're done season 1 here of the WWE My GM mode, which really is coming up only in maybe 3 weeks from now. They also added Joe to the game in the same... yeah. So, we are getting the return of Rey Fenix tonight. And if you haven't seen Rey Fenix, this is one of those guys that... We were talking about this back when he was still... before he was injured. This is one of those few guys that does not need a title to be a center of attention for attraction. I actually coined him the Undertaker of AEW in many ways. Give Phoenix all the belts. And Roosh in action, back from injury. Think you remember him from Lucha Underground? Yeah, you'll remember him from there. And some of the stuff he does in the ring, and the fact that he's got the guy formerly known as Black Taurus, I believe he's called the Great Mortos now, or the Black Mortos. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. Like, don't get me wrong, this is great. Like, the Beast Mortos. Thank you, Jay Quick. I appreciate you. I love you. You guys keep me on track too, which is also a great bonus. And thank you to everybody who stopped in here tonight so far. We are going to hit an automated ad break here momentarily. Just want to let you know, if you are interested in what we're doing here and want to keep up, if you haven't hit the follow button yet, please do so. It'll let you know when we stream every Monday and Wednesday, and select Sundays for pay-per-views. And if you really like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button there. JJ! Long time no see. Good to see you here, JJ. Hope you're doing well. It is a fun Sunday night, Saturday night, whatever night it is. Geez, I'm all over the place. Wonder if they give Max Caster a mic, or he's on a short leash already. I'll guarantee you that. Oh, goody. We might see Jericho tonight. So just a reminder, we are going to be here for the third hour of wrestling tonight after... folding clothes, not watching it. Aw. Well, you know what? As long as you're here, it's always appreciated. I think the Acclaim's not long for... I think the Acclaim lasts till the end of this match. To be perfectly honest, I think this might be the end of them tonight. Thunder Rosa and Purrazzo on Rampage tonight. We got the parking lot brawl between Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, which I missed one of the most important things that happened here in AEW in the last 5 years. Chuck Taylor was actually able to say 5 years. He was able to say. Now, do we get picture-in-picture or do we get full? Oh, yeah, we got full. Thank you. Had to hang out and pop in. Hey, you know what? It's always appreciated having you here, JJ. He could say Exeter. I'm not getting that. We're still not doing that. Oh, yeah, on a personal moment here, this has been a very fun week and a very anticipatory week for myself. Not only did I get this shirt today, which if you guys are just popping in here, it is the latest Street Fighter AEW collaboration with Toni Storm and Jury, which I really need to get back into Street Fighter a little bit more. Oh, and I also received a shirt I ordered at WrestleMania night. Night 2, I picked up the tie-dye Bailey shirt. I think I'll show that off tomorrow night for you guys on the Top Spin stream. So make sure you stop in for that. And then as well this week, we're supposed to be getting the Players Club merch. It's supposed to be coming in on 3 different shipments. So I got baseball shirts, I got t-shirts, I got shorts, I got joggers. I got coffee cups coming in. It's going to be... I got a hoodie, too. Just so you guys can see what everything looks like and you get a chance to purchase it if you like. But as a... Do you have jock straps? Well, here's the thing, McG. And this is something I let them know at work. I may not have a jock strap, but I do have some thongs available. There's a small qualification to have these thongs. You have to... Basically, you got to be... Had to eat supper with... Oh, you're back, Mr. Callahan. Good to see you here. And if you missed out, I thought you said you had to leave because you're trying to eat supper. The qualification for getting the jock strap or the thong from me is you got to be extraordinarily fat, and you got to order the shorts or the small shorts, because when you sit there, they'll all suck in, and then it'll look just like a thong, and then we'll go from there. That's what I call my work thong, is my cargo shorts, because I have such a fat ass. But I digress. What you missed out on, Mr. Callahan, is we're getting our main event tonight. Claudio Castagnoli versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship tonight is our main event. But yeah, we got like 5 jam-packed matches here in this 2-hour segment. And once again, I know, Jay, that you're new to AEW. You're going to love watching Rey Fenix when he gets in here. Like, that guy moves in places I didn't even know had places, so. And remember, the BCC don't like the Elite either. Yeah, well, essentially what had happened after the sorry, McG threw me right in the corner. The thing is, after that happened, I truly do feel that the EVPs told the faces to stay in the back no matter what. But pretty much the entire face locker room comes out after that happens. So we did a series of BCC versus this new Elite. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I think Omega's going to be the guy putting things in charge here, and the real question is, Bully Ray going to get upset over Strickland fighting again and while praising Cody for it? Well, here's the thing, McG, to begin with. Cody did have a promo after he won the title, so that's what his bitch is. He wants a promo right away. And he did have a promo on Monday. He didn't have a promo on Friday, but he had a promo on Monday. Yes, we're going to be there. Trust me, Wednesday, Omega starts making orders and rules over the Bucks. I'm with you, Jay Quick. I think that's what we're going to get. It's going to be that PIC figure. It's going to be person in charge. Bully Ray gets upset when the sunshine. I will say this, and I say this from somebody who was in that position, and I'm no longer involved in that position here, and on a smaller scale, of course. As soon as you start talking about I'll get to those in just a second, Mr. Shellsworth. Good to see you here, by the way. When you are actively involved in a company, trying to critique that company and others, your credibility automatically decides to disappear to a lot of people. And to me, that's just, ugh. Like when Bully's doing more and more work with WWE, I can't trust any of his comments towards AEW at this point. He hasn't earned enough respect from me to to actually allow me to believe that he's not biased towards one versus the other. And I'll be honest, I don't have Sirius Radio, so I don't get to listen to Busted Open, thank goodness. If there's a good interview on, I'm sure it'll get online somewhere. So, Bully's become a horrible gatekeeper, yeah. But let me back up here a few steps here. Mr. Shuttlesworth, you were talking about the audio problems they were having last week. Or on Wednesday, sorry. They did have the audio problems, but actually, there was a release between AEW and TBS with the fact that it was once the video got up to the production in Atlanta for TBS, that's where they were having the mixing issues, because they didn't have their regular crew going on with the Jacksonville squad, which befuddles me. But apparently everything was done the same way on site. It was just picked up a different way by the crew down in the TBS, on the TBS end. Because apparently the fight app and everywhere else around the world that was watching it, they didn't have the same problems. So, like TK wearing the neck brace Thursday night, abso-freaking-lutely. He actually got an interview. He actually got an interview with Rich Eisen and the gang during the draft broadcast, which he said some really dumb stuff, but at the same time, he did say one very good thing. He's actually going to be donating his neck brace when he can start, not wearing it again. He's going to donate it to St. Jude's charity, basing through the Run Rich Run campaign, which is Rich Eisen's campaign where he runs the 40-yard dash at the Combine every year. It's turning into a very good cause as well. He did say some stupid stuff, which I'll be honest, in many ways is true. I really don't want to get into it because the words Harvey Weinstein should not be made in this kind of stream. I could get into a whole diatribe about how it could be right and could be wrong. Or as we hit our first commercial break here fully. Well, entertainment can be subjective. That's the problem about criticism about wrestling in general. Some will love saying, others might hate it. Absolutely. The only problem I have with it, and that's what I was talking about, is if you're actively involved in A and you're trying to criticize B, these days it's more... when it comes to some of the stuff that you're critiquing about B, and you see the same stuff out of A, you start confusing yourself here about what's going on. That's what we're talking about here when it comes to Bully Ray. I get wrestling subjective. And I was talking a little bit about that on the old X machine here today. Some people were talking about, only 20 minutes of wrestling on SmackDown, only so much wrestling on Dynamite, and who's watching ratings. I don't give two flying fidgets about all this stuff. Frankly, I'll tell you what my schedule is for watching wrestling, of course. AEW, I'm here with all of you, which is a hell of a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoy the time too with us. When it comes to WWE or anything else I want to watch, I watch it on DVR. Because if there's something I don't need to see, I'm going to fast forward it. I have a PVR here on my, I still have cable. I'm one of the few that still has cable for some weird reason. And we get SmackDown and Raw and NXT all on our Sportsnet feeds. I record them all, and then as I'm watching them, I can skip over it. What I do to find out what happened on there and see if there's something that'll be interesting for me, I'll actually check out. I know that they've been a little bit more clickbaity lately, but Wrestle Talk is, I'll check out the reviews for Raw on there, so... when it comes to NXT, there is a very good podcast that goes on right after the show. Not just because Astrid Pizarro works with me, but Astrid and Ed Fries do a NXT Roundup show following each episode on our local establishment. So I check that out for if I want to watch a certain segment or not. Even though Ed, sometimes needs to be corrected in some of the things he thinks, but I digress. And yeah, another guy I look at, and I know you guys have talked about him a lot, is Simon Miller. I definitely watch a lot of the ups and downs because he definitely has a bit of a grip on the situation when it comes to everything. So all I can say is if you're looking for reviewers and people to check out and if you can't watch everything and you want to learn about everything, do yourself a favor and find someone that has the same beliefs as you when it comes to what you want to see on your wrestling show. So if you do that, then if they say you should watch something, all right, he thinks the same way or she thinks the same way that I do, let's watch it. And then Mike just casually watches SmackDown with me, so I have someone to talk to. Here's the thing about SmackDown for me. Usually Friday nights. I was just saying, if there's somebody, male or female, who that you enjoy watching in terms of the reviews and what they think, follow them. Let them learn. And you can go from there. And if they recommend a show to watch, then you watch that show. And here comes Phoenix, ever fired up as ever. Alex is absolutely launching it. But when it comes to SmackDown, I'll be straight up. I work every second Friday night with my shoot job, as they call it in the wrestling business. So it makes it sort of not available. All the belts. Hey, Ed, I was just talking about you. I guess, I must have been burning your ears down here. Could you imagine Phoenix taking the international title? Folks, I just had a ring-a-ding-dong-dandy idea here. Please explain to me what, on a level from 1 to 10. Oh, okay. You mean testify, preach, all that. Yeah. You think Ospreay beats Roddy? Here's what I'm thinking, and just bear with me here. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate your anticipation for a match between Rey Fenix and Will Ospreay? For me, it's about a 75. 10, 12. Yeah, I'm probably going... Ed... I kid. Everybody has their own feelings about it, so... Later down the line, yeah. No, Ed, we were just talking about you. We were talking about... the original part of the discussion was about Bully Ray talking about AEW and critiquing while he's working the WWE shows. Okay. You know what, Ed? I'll give you that. A Penta versus Ospreay. Penta's a little more... I think of the two brothers, he's a little bit more story-based than Phoenix. Phoenix is just going to jump everywhere now. But we were just talking about... find someone that shows you basically lines up with your ideals and thoughts about certain product. That way you can, if you miss something out, if you wants to see it, right? Interested in Strong and Ospreay? Yeah, that double or nothing match is going to be absolutely freaking insane. I am so looking forward to it. And Ed, jumping back there, we were just talking about how you and Astrid do a great post show about NXT, which I unfortunately hope that you get to talk about more call-ups here after Monday, but that I digress. But the Kiana James one really did shock me, and you can ask KJ if you don't believe me here. The hell? Jesus! There we go. They'll give me all the big matches right as he just started. Spread it out and give me a storyline. Yeah, I know you guys had a watch along there. I'll be perfectly honest. I had my monitor here going up. Twisting Taurus? How do you wrestle in a mask like that? Seriously. Like, I could understand a mask underneath a mask, but holy crap, that mask is huge. Very carefully. I'll give you the mushroom on that one. And the thing is with Mortos, he knows how to move quick. Like, he might look a little bigger, but geez, he knows how to go. It's amazing to see that he can see, yeah. But it's a pride of a luchador to have a mask, right? So, my God, Phoenix literally did a headstand there as he got hit with that. And an inside out clothesline. All right, Phoenix, you look half dead. Left some black toe mortis. I got a chance to watch him a little bit during West Coast Pro as well. He was working a few gauntlet matches there, and it's just absolutely fantastic. And yeah, once again, we got Roosh coming back. The injured list is starting to lighten up here, folks. This is going to be a real positive point. Now we just need the women's division to get some people off the injured list. Namely, Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker on my end. Like, what? We're getting Serena Deeb back off the list? That was all sorts of amazing there. Looked like a dragon screw into a deathlock there. Oh, this is just absolutely amazing watching this here tonight. Once again, everybody, thank you for stopping by. Mercedes is off the list, Double or Nothing. Yeah, we're... Give you the coin for that one, because... Oh, no, sorry, my apologies. It's Mercedes. We gotta get the cha-ching in there. But, yeah, I wonder what condition she's gonna be in, just because of what... Just that line that Tony Khan used during the Dynasty press conference about her. When asked if she was cleared to wrestle, he would not say that she's cleared to wrestle now. All he would say is she is going to be cleared to wrestle for Double or Nothing. So a lot of it to me just says, no, she's not ready. I think we were talking about this on Wednesday. What do you guys think? Should we get the 20 count instituted AEW? I would love to see that as a difference. Like, you want to make this product different than what the other ones are? Stick with the ROH stuff that you got here. ROH is 20. You might as well go 20. Just, it also gives your referees an opportunity to actually count properly. Not count like they're in Saskatchewan or anything. Sorry, I had to. Do you think they'll eventually book Saraya and Mercedes? I think it's in there. Or just have no countouts unless one person's in the ring. I like that idea as well, Zodiac. To me, it makes a lot of sense. I've always been a proponent of an advantage clause. Oh, Ed, Jay Quick's here. Yeah, you guys know each other. Perfect. Good to see you here, both. Make sure you make acquaintances. Happy to go everywhere. But once again, everybody, just thank you for stopping by. It is fun having everybody here, just talking some wrestling here. And Ray's going for a long time here. Like, this match, it's getting its time to breathe here. Mercedes versus Britt's going to be money? Absolutely. He slapped Fenix like he owed him money? Let's get this cha-ching in here. That's the one thing about the luchadors. They won't hold back. Same with the Japanese guys. I got 4 boxes open on my screen. AFK Journey on 1, then Collision, the Bruins game, and my stream. Thank you. I appreciate being one of the 4. And I also appreciate having the Maple Laughs game on one of the others here. Please tell me the Bruins are winning 12-0 already. I haven't had a chance to look at the ticker as we go across here. What a test for Phoenix. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Phoenix. Yeah, 1-0 Bruins. Let's go. Let's just. Sorry, I had to throw that in there just for the hell of it right now. But, yeah, Phoenix. Well, that's the thing. When you get these wrestlers coming back from injury or coming back from special events, and it's also the same thing we were talking about earlier with Swerve Strickland taking on that Kyle Fletcher match. No, he's not going to lose it, but it's still going to be a test. And on commentary, they actually talked about the lack of rest that Swerve had after that tumultuous match with Joe, if Kyle could turn that into an advantage for himself. And that's something that Excalibur and Taz actually brought up during the commentary of that match. So that's part of the storyline that works together with it too, right? So oh, Jesus. Swerve goes from Joe to Kyle Fletcher to Claudio. Try and run that gauntlet fast 5 times. It's going to be interesting to see who they decide to put against Swerve next for Double or Nothing, scheduled on when they decide on Wednesday for us. Which, by the way, if you are coming in here late, we are going to be here for 3 hours of wrestling. I guess it's going to end up being... Why is Ray tapping? He's up here. He's hitting his arm like this. Isn't that a tap? He's just firing himself up. But next Wednesday, we are going to be here for, I guess, 4 hours of wrestling in a way. 3 hours of AEW. Because TSN is hosting Rampage immediately following Dynamite next Wednesday. So we'll be here for that. And then following that, we should be getting into Week 18 of WWE 2K24. Tonight we'll be having Week 17 following Rampage. That's one way to take a momentum of a slap. My God, that kick. And Mortis just said nope. That was that WWE 2K24 kick out when you flick up on the stick on the first count rather than the second and a half. This is a lot of fun watching tonight. Going off the ropes coming up. Ray trying to backdrop driver? No. Oh, turns it into a gut buster, but even I know you don't drop something 100 pounds heavier than you on your knee and expect it to last. I don't know if it's a full 100 pounds, but. So I'm assuming Nigel is the heel commentator. Typically, that's the way they run. If you really want a good example of it, you should have Danielson show up here. God, what a spear. He got gored out of his boots. Yeah, as you're going along, more often than not, Nigel will play the heel commentator. If you need to get any more information regarding that, just YouTube Nigel McGuinness commentary versus Bryan Danielson. Danielson shows up and Nigel goes up. Yeah, like I remember the 1 week that Nigel was off. It was about 3 weeks ago. Then he had to come back the next week. Immediately at the beginning of the show, while Danielson's in the ring for his intro. Uh-oh. All right, Phoenix another dive. But Nigel had to get on commentary, and while the introduction's happening, he had to give a public apology against for all the rude things he said about all the clam diggers across the world. That's why he was off, because he was out for clam sensitivity training. Phoenix don't dive. He just came back from injury. That's all he does. Oh my. Oh. That sucked. That was a nasty lung blower. Oh God. That was wicked. That was wicked. Like seriously, that's a modified, for lack of a better term, that's a modified Widow's Peak. Victoria Terra, WWE time, TNA. She used to do that move all the time. Locally well known as a move from Taryn from accounting here in the Edmonton area. And I'm just looking at this card. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Mortos, if Phoenix wanted to show himself off to come back, this is great. Those accountants are dangerous. Yeah, I almost forgot. I have to file my taxes the next 3 days. In Canada, it's the 30th, so we're okay. Push him instead of Phoenix. No. I'll only do half of one for you. There's the frog splash and the pid. Whoa! All right, we're still going here. Oh, we're going to have some fun here with this one. Tried to go for the roll through DDT. Oh, here we go. The big man, little man finish. Phoenix just survives. So were you around? You guys saw what happened on Wednesday out just this little part of the rig right here? The special VIP section apparently was up there. And Swerve's hitting on some girl in the stands. And I was talking with you guys. I missed it. Crowd was chanting, "Get her number. Get her number." What a win for Phoenix. Yeah, what a great performance by both. Let's call a spade here. An absolutely fantastic win for Phoenix, but a great performance on both ends here. Oh, it's going to be nasty tonight. That parking lot brawl. And it was pre-taped on Thursday, so... You notice the TNT's not having the same problems TBS did on Wednesday? Just that knee when it happened, it just absolutely... I really wonder what Trent said to Chris as after everything that happened there. Uh-oh.
This past Wednesday at Dynamite, we saw Trent attacking you yet again, forcing Chuck to choose sides, and ultimately, he chose yours. Where's your head at right now?
Oh, there. I shouldn't have complimented the audio issues.
But the thing that I'm thinking about the most right now is the fact that later tonight, those two guys are going to fight each other in a parking lot. And I'm just afraid of what they're going to do to each other.
He needs us. Let's go.
Yeah, but who's he? That's what I'm always wondering. Who's he at this point? Would it be Chuck? Oh, here we go. This will not be a very long match because there's one very famous statement here. Already in the ring.
Introducing first, Pascal Tara, Jalisco, Mexico. Weighing 225 pounds, El Toro Blanco.
You know, it sucks not having Dasha there, but... Oh, go Bruins. Oh, here we go. Tell me they got a second one, please. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Wow, Martin Stone? I remember him from the What Culture days. What Culture Pro Wrestling, by the way, if you're wondering what I was talking about there. That was before, well, that was the short-lived promotion that they had, which actually did absolutely amazing for the better part of 3-4 years, maybe? Before everything fell apart with that whole organization, but... Yeah, it was a great promotion. Absolutely. Like, if you get a chance to go back and watch some of the matches, WCPW is a great card to have. It was your entry into British wrestling? Nice. Yeah, they had a lot of mix of North American stars too, so it actually was a very good gateway drug to get into it. So I live outside of Toronto, but I'm in Canada. You'll know that a lot of people outside there hates the Leafs. Hate the Bruins goaltending. You know what? I wish we had the Bruins goaltending situation here in Edmonton. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate Skinner, but who pissed off Roosh? He's been off for, well, the last time he was around was during the Continental Classic. All right, well, appreciate seeing you here. Being as close to Toronto as I am, it's easy to hate them. Yeah. I'd rather argue about two great goalies than one half decent one. Well, Skinner's getting the job done when he wakes up. And he actually has a half decent defense with him. Typically, he's the... Oh, God. Stone too close to the corner there. Or Roosh didn't get close enough.
Oh, the bull. Snorting. Fury.
Oh, God.
Right hand, a right cross.
All right. You get the horns.
Good Lord. You rest for the bull, you get the horn. One, stop, two smoking guns.
That was, oh. Like I said, already in the ring. Didn't Martin Stone have a cup of coffee with the Fed for a while? I think he might have had a little bit with NXT UK there for a little while. But Roosh looks great. Like, the knee injury that he there's no signs of it right now. Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, like. Uh-oh. Wish the Fed got Roosh. Yeah, you know what? It's all personal preference for the wrestler.
That's how dangerous he is in America. You get the horns twice. Oh, God, and Rook, come on.
Now, if I was Stone, I would just roll out of the ring.
Martin Stone. Rock the head. Unnecessary, but for Rooch, I guess he thinks it is on his return.
LFI forever.
There's no doubt about that.
So once again, everybody, great to see y'all here. We get Toni Storm and Anna Jay next. Let's go.
Retribution from NJ. Next live.
So if you didn't see what happened on Wednesday, we ended up having Mariah May getting attacked by Anna Jay following Mira Shirakawa's match with Anna Jay, and Mira Shirakawa got the win. Anna Jay decided to attack Mariah May. Toni Storm came out for the save, and then all of a sudden Serena Deeb came out to do one of those Jake the Snake type promos where you didn't get to hear it off a hot mic, you had to hear it off a camera. And thanks to the audio issues that TBS was happening, a lot of people didn't get a chance to hear it that well. Mina versus Toni with Toni on a pole. Yeah, I was like, you better fix that one, Ed. Mariah on a pole. Why can't we all get along? That's all I can say. Now bring back Preston Vance. Well, I don't know what there is a lot of people on the roster that that should be brought back. That's for damn sure here. And now that we're starting to get people off the injured list here, there might be a possibility that we might see some cuts. There's very well a possibility. But speaking of cuts, all those crazy cuts in WWE this week, and I honestly think, like I said, I don't want to get too much into the comments that Tony Khan made, because that's a whole can of worms that could drive us absolutely nuts, and you could go online and find out. But I will say this. Tony Khan, I think, actually saved a lot of people jobs, or a few people jobs, for the next couple weeks or so. Because with the bad PR that comes along with the statements that were made, do you want additional bad PR by announcing more of these rotating releases? Like, it was bad enough when everybody got removed every day. I like that Jinder said that maybe I'll have a dream match in the Red Hook District of Brooklyn. Abso-freaking-lutely. Could you imagine Jinder and Hook? And Jinder Mahal actually thanked Tony Khan for the comments that he made, because he put him over to the fact that he got that much more notoriety after Tony critiqued why they're having Jinder as a contender there, right? It was a fun time. With Endeavor now in WWE, expect a lot more cuts. Yeah, absolutely. I can totally see that coming. Did you see that Julia press conference? No, I haven't. That doesn't surprise me at all. There are so many of these wrestlers that, like, KG, I don't know if you were here for the match last week, but the one comment we got after seeing Mina in the ring here and watching how she worked, I think there were 3 different people asking about Stardom at that point, so... Haven't really watched much of hers, but after that, yeah, exactly. I think you were one of them, to be frank.
I'm here with the professor, Serena Deeb. And now, Serena, this past Wednesday, we saw you coming out and holding up that AEW Women's World Championship. What's the message that you're trying to send?
My message is very simple. On one hand, you have the great champion Toni Storm, who everybody loves, one of the greatest champions in this company's history. And on the other hand, you have the undefeated professor, the obvious #1 contender to the AEW Women's World Championship. And after everything that I've been through over the past 18 months, how hard I had to fight to get back here. Failure is not an option. This is now or never for the professor. And after 4 years of everybody telling me how great I am and how I should be champion, I should hold that gold,
Yeah, McGee, I'm with you. I think Julia will be bigger than Jade.
thing that I have yet to do at AEW, and that is become AEW Women's World Champion.
All right, Serena.
Tony, this isn't a movie, sweetie. This is real life.
But yeah, as we get both Anna Jay and Toni Storm coming out here, I think in many ways Julia has the background in wrestling more so than Jade does. I don't want to put Jade into the same category as Paige Van Zandt. Absolutely not, because Jade is a hell of a lot better wrestler. But I think you're going to get similar results to it. She wanted to do it because she wasn't able to do it. Somebody told her she couldn't do it, so she did it. Now she's doing it great. And she's not here for a long time. She's there to go with the biggest company. She doesn't want to... I understand her comments to where she doesn't want to grow with a product. She has a finite amount of time, so she moved to WWE. But what happens when she gets this extra level of adversity that eventually is going to come to her? I honestly feel that there might be a way that she might leave. I hope she doesn't. I hope she has a great career. But I just have that weird feeling about it. That's all. Same age as Bailey, and Bailey has 10 plus years experience on her. Exactly, like stuff like that. They need to let Julia do what she does best, though. I'm worried about those surfers and gymnasts not liking those stiff stretch. Here's the thing. Shinsuke calmed down. It's Mrs. Jungle Boy. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's a fun couple. That's why you knew Jungle Boy was coming back. Or Jack Petty, as they call it now. But, the thing about... Well, how did he pull her? Well, here's another one. Like, we were talking about this on the stream before. How did Max Caster get Chris Statlander for a while? Like, there are a lot of great wrestling couples. And Jack is really a good guy. He just did a bad spot here, right? Yeah, there you go. There, I sent McGee off into a tangent for a little bit. But, yeah, when it comes to Julia, she'll have to adapt. And Shinsuke adapted to a point. They gave her some opponents that would be able to deal with her striking the way it was to start. Just like Shinsuke got Sami Zayn right off the bat in his debut match. Cora Jade traded Broad Breaker for a much less... the girls that give her the best matches are on the main roster. Yeah, that may be the case. And we'll see how it goes. Like, it could go great. Like, let's face it, Nakamura in NXT was absolutely amazing, his run. Or she could end up like Xia Li. Which really no fault of her own about how great of a wrestler she was. Oh yeah, there's absolutely some great girls. And Ed could talk about this for a month. And I'm sure he will on Tuesday. Oh God. We should try to do a counter here, maybe. How many moves guys would take from Toni Storm that she does in a match? I think if... I'm not sure which way you want to go with that. I'll just let that to your magic. Oh, God. Julie will be able to teach these girls at NXT a lot. They may not like it at first, but they'll be appreciative once it's all said. It's all about whether they accept that. It really is. And it's going to be a little mix of both, right? It's going to be she's 2-0. Let's go. We'll see the Leafs disappear in 2 days. The rat. Good. I like it. I think the ones who are wrestlers will get it. Yeah, like... I hate to speculate. I like to think the best for everybody. And yeah, you're going to see some people that are going to need some adjusting just because of the acclimation to a different style. And if it works together between both of them, great. If it doesn't, well, they're going to have to try and make it work somehow. Like, we could speculate about it to the wazoo, but how long did she sign for? They don't give details about the length of contract. Typically, they don't make it if you dig, you can find out, but I just find it so interesting, and all these speculation theories aside here, the second that Rossy Ogawa leaves, even with her, with his prized possession of Julia, and I say that relatively, of course, don't get any stupid ideas. The interaction of Stardom with other promotions around the world, even though they feel bad about being a feeder system, Mariah crying about a sign. That's always great. I think Julia's contract will last as long as that working relationship. Hey-oh. Yeah. And let's face it, she's not going to be there for a while yet. Because Mighty Gold is about to start, right? Once Mighty Gold gets up and a few shows get there, you get to see a little bit more of what a different level of Japanese women's wrestling's like there. But yeah, as you're talking about Toni here, definitely has a lot of promoted matches for. Yeah, exactly. So we could look at probably maybe SummerSlam time before she gets. Oh, that is a hard head. Who takes the title off Toni? My heart's torn on this. Because I'm thinking two different ways here. One, Serena Deeb be a hell of a story if they could build it up. But my number 2 pick is right there. Zodiac's got it right in the chat. Hayter wins it back at Wembley. Perfectly executed. Thank you. Thank you, Nigel. Thank you, Nigel. Perfectly executed. Julia Hart, they are rebuilding. I don't know if you want to intersect those two gimmicks. I'm thinking more the fact that you put... you could have Jamie Hayter as that person who basically takes Toni Storm out of her gimmick in many ways. I haven't seen it Storm Zero yet. Let's go. What about Mariah May? I don't think they play that card. I think they play that card after. Why not Britt? Then Britt dropped to Mercedes. I don't know if Britt's going to be one to be in the title picture right off the bat. Here's one for you. Here, let me throw this scenario out to you. Mercedes joins the EVPs and Britt joins the Undisputed Kingdom. And then you have Britt's first appearance has to be against Mercedes. I don't know. I still think Britt ends up being part of the Undisputed Kingdom somehow here. First face of women's division versus Tony's new girl. Well, here's something for you that sort of something that brings something up to be important about this. Right after it happened, Anna Jay needs to put some more effort into those kickouts. Yeah. Tony put Mercedes put out a tweet. Looks like we have a new person in charge, right? As he showed the clip of what happened to Tony Khan. So, could it be that Mercedes was sort of buttering up the fact that she might join the EVPs? Because if you want EVPs to have all the gold, that's a way to do it, right? No champagne tonight. A little disappointed. She does fit, yeah. And then you also have to think, who do you put in as the first person to be to step up with Kenny's side? Maybe Sheeta. In a way, that very well could be it in that case. Aww. As soon as Chuck says that, you know he's getting written off, right? But very well could be somebody like a Sheeta or... Hell, maybe they get another signee to come over. Could you imagine the big person to block Mercedes? Could end up being maybe a Rebecca Quinn? Not saying, just saying. If they could play this storyline out enough and you end up getting that kind of a switch. Because I don't care what anybody says. The fact that, was she drafted yet? She's not eligible to be drafted. Because she's the Rebecca Knox. Okay, well, there you go. She's a champion, so she's not eligible to be drafted. But the contract comes up around, we're probably looking right around Money in the Bank time. I highly doubt it as well. I doubt that Rollins or Lynch or any of these big sidees that come up are going to leave. But there's always a thought. Because think about it. Here's the one factor I see when it comes to Rollins and Lynch, that there might be a small amount of doubt. And it's sort of what Triple H said too, right? You're talking about the grind, right? Right now, it's the point where both Lynch and Rollins have a relatively newborn kid. And they're in that formative years. AEW provides a lot less schedule. Could you imagine Tyler Black showing up? That's the thing. And seeing Tyler Black show up in an AEW ring? That might be the domino, right? Almost 4, but still. The formative years right now, just as they're going into school. I'm not a father. I never have been. I never will be. So forgive me for not getting exact timelines here, but if you had the opportunity to spend more time with your kid, wouldn't you? Like, I totally think right now that definitely Lynch is going to take some time off after her contract expired. I think she's going to do what Candice LeRae did. Let her contract expire and let her stay at home and be a mom, be a family person. Let's face it, for the money they've been getting, money isn't really the biggest issue. Like, don't get me wrong, money's important, but these contracts that are getting thrown around? Well, of course she's not going to say that. My kid is 16. I never see him. He's here, but he never leaves his room. Drove from West Palm Beach to see the Grizzled Young Vets. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun here tonight. I'm just throwing it out here. This could be all speculation. This could be pretty much for nothing. And yeah, I'm with you, Zodiac. When it comes to McIntyre, more likely than those two. But at the same time, I don't think things are said just because, like, all these Cardi statements that come out. Oh, here we go.
Acclaimed on the mic, bring the flavor like Bailey's. Damn, it feels good to be back here in dailies. Grizzled young vets, I can only yawn. Drop you on your little last neck like Tony Khan. Drop them off like a tic-tac-toe. We gon' send these dudes back to the impact zone. Grit my teeth, do not make me laugh. You better bite the pillow when we get up in that ass.
Folks, out of 10, what do you think of that? Give me a rank on that. I'm not very impressed, to be honest. I'm giving that like a 5-ish. Can we just cut Caster? Behind, all right. When you guys get to the promo, please give me your ranking out of 10. Because personally, I think that was around a 5-ish. And I find it weird. 1.0. And I could see you even saying a negative there. He mentioned the impact. That's why he's not getting a 3. That's my point here. If you didn't mention the Impact Zone, maybe I'd put it down to a 3 or a 2 because it was like, meh.
In the game at 14 years old. He used to get beaten up quite a bit until he learned to fight back. That's where he learned the term grit your teeth. You know what grit your teeth means, Tony? No, I don't.
But this will be a lot of fun for people that haven't watched the GYV work. Was definitely I think everything's going to be taped from him from now on, and that's where everything's going to that's where this is going to disappear. Oh, here's a question for you. It just came up on the screen. How many of you have listened to the AEW podcast so far? They've had 2 episodes so far, and I've really enjoyed how Uno and Chugs actually go at it on there, talk about their different favorites and whatnot. And they even have Fortnite news more than in there. Time for you to turn in. 5 a.m. is early. Yeah, JJ, you have yourself a great night. Thank you for stopping by. Always appreciate you being here. Always appreciate everybody being here. It's always fun when everybody hangs out. I love watching Bowen's work.
They're angry, Tony. They lost the match. Right, they did. Just stop whining and move on. Well, it's NXT 1. I think they have stopped whining. That is not quell their anger, though. Keep talking about they're acting like jilted.
As a complete hit a brain fart there for a moment there. Sorry about that, chat. But yeah, I would love to see the GOIV stick around a little bit more. I got a feeling this might be a one-night booking. It's one thing I got to learn to do a little bit more in my 2K. My GM mode on 2K, sorry. Use a little bit more 1 week bookings, just bring people in.
You see our world title match still to come here tonight, live on Collision. Before we go on to Rampage.
That Rampage is going to be a lot of fun with Thunder Rosa and Deanna Purrazzo. Big Bill will be about 2 minutes. And the parking lot brawl will be brutal but fun. Will we see Sue? Probably. I'm thinking we'll see Sue by the end of it. Or we'll see Sue after it's done. Like, why are you doing this? This is your best friend right here. And all of a sudden, nope. That'll be... Sue will get told off somehow. Jesus! Drake just takes out... Oh! Can you tell these guys are ready for TV? Like, seriously, like, Tony Khan, please sign the GYV. Let's get this tag division going back where it deserves. Sorry, I hate to crap on things, but I can't believe they were putting the Schism the way they were. They were just fine the way they were. It just need to be booked better. GYV. Come on, Shivani. You're losing your touch. Old age is getting to you. Not that I don't screw up 12 times a stream, but I digress. Don't you dare call us Calgary there, Tony. Look how smooth these two are together here. Lucky if you ever could put a sentence. Hey, you know what? Sometimes when you're overthinking and you're over trying to overcome situations here, it does get a little crazy. one thing about Drake, and he's shown this in his singles matches as much as being put it together in a tag. He has a very good attention to detail when it comes to a lot of this stuff. I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of Zach Gibson's single stuff. But once again, Drake's one of those guys that got one of his early starts in WCPW. Don't want to use too many European uppercuts. We got Claudio in our main event here. We're going to see a few of those. Hello, ahoy, hello, ahoy, da, 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 da. Sorry, a little OSW review joke. If you guys haven't watched that YouTube channel, definitely try it out. Basically, that position on the sunset flip where the guy's standing up. If you ever get a chance, watch Art Anderson do it. He totally looks like he's doing a luau dance every time that it happens. It's always weird when you try to watch these, you try to figure where the timestamp is for tonight. Gibson takes the shot, and Drake just clobbers him for it.
One more for the good guys.
American Nightmare 7, thank you. Welcome to the Players Pit. Hope you enjoy the food. Hope you enjoy the atmosphere. Stay away from the punch because I think McGee spiked it. And I swear it's been, every time I try to get it in for a test, it comes up as inconclusive. So I can't really swear if it's going to work or not. Yeah, no. Is that yeah, no, or yeah, no? Just say, McGee. You know, we've been talking about this for the better part of 6 months. McGee always talks about his balls to say, you know. Speaking of balls, by the way, next stream is going to be coming up tomorrow. We're probably going to look between 8:30 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern, somewhere in there. As we are going to be playing with some balls. Frankly, tennis balls. With Topspin 2K25. I was actually fiddling around with it a little bit last night, getting everything set up. As we see Bowen's going absolutely ape here. We'll talk about that during the break here after this match. Because I think we got the main event right after this, so. Because I got something special on the schedule coming up this week too, so. Bowens just looks so smooth in the ring every time he's in there. Bowens has massive star. He wasn't stuck with these. I don't think it was that bad when he started with them, but now it seems like it's written his course a little bit. It's Scissor Me Timbers, you. Oh, here we go. Time for some magic killing. Close enough. No, you got to do the mic drop out of that to beat him. And Billy's looking pissed. Oh, Gibson pulled Bowens off the apron, even though there's a tag. How much would I bet Caster gets pinned here? Very nice drop kick. Ow. Well, there goes those lights. Don't make him look stupid. Don't make him look stupid. All right, I'll give you that. That's okay. That's how you knock one guy out of the way. Oh my, that is beautiful right there. Martian! Oh God. Oh God. A coast to coast off that? That is impressive. Oh, by the way, Ed, I'll just throw this there for you. Another horn for you. No, they haven't hit their finisher yet, so I mean the Acclaimed, so that's why I'm. Oh, Billy's getting the shirt off. Caster goes back from the dead. All right, good. I'm confident with that. Series is over. There it is. There it is. Oh, no, Cameron. No. Series is over. It's the Leafs. There's a formality of another game. Just saw the coast to coast? Yeah, it was great. Like, GYV put out a hell of a match here. Pasta for the third. Okay, that's fine. Pasternak, that'll work. Three to all Maple Leafs fans booing the home team. It's sort of normal, isn't it? All right, we're in our last full commercial break before the main event here. So, as is tradition, even though we do have our show after this, I give you guys a quick rundown of what's going to be going on here the next week here. Once again, just a quick reminder, tomorrow, probably going to be playing it up for around 6:30 to 7 Mountain, so 8:30 to 9 Eastern, top spin 2K25. Going to get in here with that. Tuesday, very special stream. We're bringing back the Backbreaker Fight Club for one night. I want to get it out for more, but I digress. A little background, I'm doing a little podcast later this week, a little podcast recording. So we're going to do a little podcast research. Unfortunately, there's not going to be no MLB this week. Right now, Topspin is sort of changed things over here. So Tuesday night, we're probably looking at about 10 Eastern, 8 p.m. Mountain. We're going to be playing a little KI. I haven't decided whether we're going to do it even with a double XP. Honestly, I'll get into it after I'm done explaining all this. I'm not sure whether they're going to be doing it on the Xbox because I do own it on there, or we're going to do it through Rare Replay so I can play with the SNES controller, but we're going to be playing the original Killer Instinct here, so please stop by and check that out. And Zodiac, if you want to put the Retro Hangover link in there, or the link tree, feel free, because that's what I'm going to be on here. I do believe it's going to be released next week, so yeah, I'll be doing that, so. Yeah, that's the thing. The best cards in the show are packs. Very expensive packs. I've barely made enough XP and enough money. There you go. There's a link. Click on it. Get your podcast description. If you like retro games, definitely check out Retro Hangover. Every second week, they have a feature game, and then every second week, they have a top 5 list that they go back and forth on. And frankly, Zodiac, if your co-host isn't referred somewhere in Ultra Combo, I'll be very disappointed, even if I have to do it myself. All right, May 12th. There we go. So that's what I'll be live on there. Wednesday, we're back here for AEW Dynamite, Rampage, as well as week 18 of WWE 2K. Next Thursday, Tears of the Kingdom. Next Saturday, we'll be here for, once again, for Collision and week 19 of WWE My GM. And then I know this is a little further ahead, but the Tuesday before Dynamite in Edmonton, we're going to be here doing the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Because, frankly, I'm not going to be around on Wednesdays, so let's get that pay-per-view out of the way. So we got Shibata Hook here. Hook hasn't been seen since he lost the title.
Shibata, after seeing that footage, it looks like you've got some unfinished business with Shane Taylor Promotions. But first, I want to talk to you about this Wednesday on Dynamite. You'll be challenging Chris Jericho for the FTW Championship. Do you have any words for him?
Wednesday, I will chop down the learning tree and take Jericho's FTW title.
And do you have any plans for Shane Taylor Promotions?
But tonight on Rampage, I'll fight Shane Taylor Promotions alone.
Alone. Wow.
We've had so many battles in the past, but I have nothing but respect for you. So if you need help going up against STP
I love how Shibata does not say a single word throughout all of this.
Shibata versus STP, what do you say?
Okay, save the last dance for me.
Nice. Oh, okay. So we get Garcia and Shibata versus Shane Taylor Promotions tonight. That's going to be a lot of fun. Just like this will be. I don't think anybody here expects Claudio to win, but Claudio always puts out a good match.
Surprised that Strickland has agreed to put the title on the line tonight? No, absolutely not. We all knew Strickland was going to be a fighting champion. You've got to be honest, though, I don't think he expected a competitor of the caliber of Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio's trying to heal it up the best he can right now, but yeah, we will be here for Rampage after this, which is going to be a ton of fun. And timing-wise, it isn't too horrible. Right now, we're looking right around, well, they're starting the main event right when they would be finishing the show, so.
The end of Bryan Danielson's odyssey. We won't be seeing him anytime soon. You're so full of it. We saw what happened to Bryan Danielson. We know that he's been hurt. We know he's going to take a few weeks, months, whatever it is, to come back. But you think he's done? He's still coming back.
Sorry, just listening to some of these comments that are coming up. Or just reading some of the comments that come up over the YouTube channel. So I think you guys get a bonus one because I wasn't here when the first one came out, right? Here we go. Everybody get up. Get up off your feet. I won't because I like my chair. Drive and I swerve when I drive, and I swerve when I drive, and I gotta go a circle because Swerve is getting the title, and we're gonna have some fun because Claudio's gonna uppercut him into the sun. Oh, booyah! I actually got some rhymes in there. Came back right at the right time again. Nice. And once again, we will be here for Double or Nothing. These sidecasts are always so much fun, and it's totally because of you guys. I'm not taking any credit for it because, well, frankly, I'm just here as a nice conduit for all of you. And I love how we get into different topics, and we can be different. We can disagree on some stuff. Trust me and Ed argue all the time on here. But regardless, we are we're always able to be human about it and be normal about it and not be complete jerks like half of social media these days. And for that, I am truly thankful for all of you. Nana's tried so hard not to smile the whole time. Like I was saying, I hate having, I hate that Dash has gone, but I love Bobby Cruz. It made a little sense. Why do you have two ring announcers on a Saturday? I love the ref. He's like, no, back up, back up. Like, Claudio's not going to do anything now. On the SmackDown watch log, Astrid and I questioned if we were married. I know KJ popped in there. I didn't get a chance to. I had so many screens up, I didn't even want to try to get an extra one up. But I knew you were on there, so I'm trying to send people if I can. Pop so hard when that person asked. You never know these days. I've seen stranger things happen. Oh, this is going to be so much fun, guys and girls. I love the fact that they bring up the history with Chris Hero as well as just having all that ROH footage. I cannot wait. I cannot emphasize this enough. I cannot wait for the chance when they finally get the ROH library up on its own platform along with the AEW library. I do have the ROH wrestling subscription service right now, so yes, I have some of the classes on there. I just like to have everything all in one. It was a good time. I'll be back on Monday for 3 hours on Raw. Yeah, well, Ed, throw the link in the chat there so everybody can keep track of that, because I'm not going to be available on Monday to stream. Unfortunately, the Friday night I usually work. I have to actually move that to Monday the next week, so unfortunately I'll be working Monday night. So feel free to check out Ed and Astrid as they cover the draft. It keeps things entertaining in between the 30-minute breaks in between the 4-minute matches. I kid, okay? From what I read from Sean Ross Sapp, he, there you go. There's a link. Feel free to follow them there. I guess I could have done it this way. I'm a little lazy these days. There you go. There it is. Easier to do it. Just click the heart button there. You'll be followed right away. But yeah, they'll be on Monday night. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about on Wednesday here when it comes up. We got Kenny Omega showing up. We'll have Swerve there. I don't know if they've announced any formal matches yet. One thing I'm noticing is, in terms of the kayfabe going on, there's no formal graphic about the entire night, right? Because normally when I put my X post out to show everything, they didn't have one tonight. And this might be something going forward. We'll see, because like they had a lot of singles matches, but they didn't actually have the full-time graphic, right?
Almost snatched the win that time, did Claudio. Really early to catch Strickland.
Oh God, Claudio just picks him up like he's a paper. Like that was way too easy for Claudio there. And I do appreciate the Spider-Man gear that he's got on tonight. The full royal blue and the red.
Challenge for anyone to come out here and challenge him for the AEW World title. Trademark European uppercut followed by a lariat. Swerve skills on the outside, so dangerous.
Now the most important part, did they fix the light on the ramp there?
As you can see on the back here towards the entranceway. As you see our matches coming up on Rampage, it's a football 60-minute time limit. So we're going to stay with this match as long as it takes, and then we'll have
Now, I don't know if they're going to show Rampage in the States right after Dynamite, because Oilers and Kings are running right after Dynamite on Wednesday. So nice clothesline. But here's the thing, matches like this tonight actually are doing a lot for the promotion. For like a guy like Swerve being your champion, Claudio being well known. This is actually what I think is one of the perfect choices they could have had for an opponent on a night where you're going to get this kind of exposure. Because they were saying there could be up to 2,000 people or 2 million people that were watching tonight from the lead out from basketball. Because there's a bunch of people that could have literally just left the room, forgot to change the channel, come back, the wrestling's on, right? Claudio's so used to deal with Nana, but usually he's a helper, not a herder. It's interesting in AEW, like the majority of the managers that are out there, most of them are face if you look at it. You got Nana, you got Billy Gunn, you got Alex Abrahantes. And I do realize a lot of those actually do wrestle, but when they work as quarter people, they work in primarily those roles, right? Like mostly a face in these cases. You do have Jake Roberts when he shows up. You know, Claudio doesn't throw many rights, but that one was fun. Right up into a concrete wall. Atta boy. Uppercutted the middle space there. The BCC are the ultimate tweeters, you know that? It's like they fit any role that needs to be fit here. Not that AEW needs to define their heels and faces a whole lot, because look, we got Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo, who are both supposed to be faces going at it tonight. And I'm sure we'll see some kind of more defined role by the end of this. I'm so disappointed for Big Bill, by the way. See the ads here. Big Bill having to work with Chris Jericho now. And I think we were mentioning in the chat here, I don't know if it was Zodiac or McGee, it felt like Big Bill's promo was something that he didn't want to say. It was more of a, yeah, we're giving this to you now at this point. Which, once again, speaks a lot to how long is Ricky Starks going to be out. And more importantly, is he going to stay after he's done there? Like, there's one of these days we might actually have to come up with our own draft here of just literally any wrestler from North America, set up our own brands. I would think about doing a WWE Universe thing with it, but Final Boss just announced on Instagram that Drew signed his new deal. That doesn't surprise me. I'm sure it'll pop up sooner than later everywhere, but wouldn't surprise me. And you know what? If he's happy there, that's all that matters, right? Because to me, that's the most important thing. If you're happy, make sure you're working wherever you want. If you're not happy, then I'll be a little upset, right? But for all the work McIntyre's doing, I can't see why he wouldn't, right? It's nice listening to Tony and Nigel during the commercial because they do it for like the international feeds and whatnot. Now that we're back in, you can tell how much more energy they got to put into it. Pump kick right across the face. I would sure as hell hope we're not going to have a 60-minute time limit draw on this. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see this, but we got another hour of wrestling after this, so. Claudio, he's got a little bit of rhythm, not a lot. Flying flatliner, I love that. Claudio just shove it away here. All right, I was just checking out The Rock's, see The Rock's X. I'm trying to see all this as it comes across here, but Jesus. Oh, he gave him a Scottish Claymore for signing the contract. All right. That's pretty cool. Oh, God. Stomp on the head. I like that. What is Swerve doing? Fosbury flop on the Claudio. Jesus. And Nana just, yay! That was actually pretty cool right there. Just a little advantage of having the venue that you do here, even though it is a smaller venue.
Those guys have landed, luckily for him, safely. Now, here we go. This is how he won the title. The Swerve Stomp is a... Oh, he knows a 450. He landed properly. 1, 2. They call it out.
No, he hit the 450 first, then he went for the house call. That's how he won it.
Direction of Castagnoli, elected to go for the 450 instead of the stomp. And he landed awkwardly, so he
You don't get the stop because Claudio wasn't facing the right way.
hurt himself landing that way. And the fans start this is all
Crowd is fired up. I like that.
a slip in the face of Strickland. Strickland comes up, but Claudio's got plenty in the tank. Single leg pickup. What is he going for here? I think maybe a Boston Crab or maybe
Oh, there's a stop of his own.
Stomp's the champion.
Claudio's always been good at that stomp.
Very hard for Castagnoli to get a breath.
Oh, somebody just pulled an Undertaker.
Shallow breath. Yeah, absolutely. Look at the eyes of the champion, though, Nigel. He is back into this. Full on. Yeah, European uppercut from Claudio.
Battle of the uppercuts. I don't think Swerve wants to get into this fight. Maybe it's just me. And Claudio just says nope with that clothesline.
Prince Nana, who has run the coattails of the AEW World Champion all the way to the title, is beside himself on the outside now. He can feel his meal ticket
Now we get the fight forever chant. I seriously wish that they would actually take some of this audio for Fight Forever and put it in the game.
trying to get an extra breath. As we head towards Rampage, this match here to roll through that time. This match continues.
Jesus.
Strength of the challenger, the champion showing us something. He may be going for the stomp right here.
Now he's in the right position to do the stomp. Well, Claudio moved himself there, but it's nobody really noticed, really. All right, here comes the house call. Marner scores 3-2. You know what? Don't worry. Little pity goal here. Gives them a reason to go back to Swayman to finish things off. They're in 5. Oh my God. You can tell Shivani's about to lose his voice completely here. I love how the ref has to stop every time around to see if he wants to give up. Oh, this is awesome. Swerve's getting everything given to him here. You want to show a good match to give viewers a reason to watch AEW every week? This is the one. Like, don't get me wrong, Danielson, Ospreay, of course, is going to be great, but for something to watch on TV... Such a crippling maneuver here, this crossface. Could you imagine one night of championship and that's it? That was actually a very smart move, protecting yourself there. Then just make yourself dead weight.
Hips like that, even Claudio doesn't have the strength to get the champion up. What a fight, what a battle for the AEW World
All right, this is where the mistake comes in.
comes. Claudio going through, another hit of steam. Boom, Swerve goes down.
Or not.
1, 2, no.
All right. All right. I don't mind this. Let's go.
But he is back into it again. This is incredible. Again, moments away.
You got to imagine they are getting a little bit of extra time here tonight.
Here he goes. Hook Swerve up. Swerve goes. Swerve the DDT.
DDT now, get into the house call.
Desperation move from the champion, who has been taken to his limit
Oh no, he's going up top.
tonight. Now Swerve, it looks as if he's trying to, I don't know if he's going to try to pull himself up on the turnbuckle.
But yeah, as the breaking news for tonight, congratulations to Drew McIntyre for signing his contract and getting one hell of a big claymore from Dwayne Johnson. Apparently, it's a multi-year big money deal. Jesus! Claudio blocked the stomp by letting him stand on his shoulders?
Stop now. Castagnoli
Like, that's nuts.
there, a split second. You can't get any closer without it being
You gotta hit that gotch pile driver, then that's it.
unbelievable what we are seeing here. The fans are trying to get not only Swerve to his feet, but Claudio back up. Just mesmerized by what we've seen, and now the champion pulls himself back.
Oh, Claudio's fired up. Now we're gonna get... Oh yeah, here we go.
Combination blows from the European uppercut. And a warning.
Ha!
The champion is hurt. He's in
That's Orton doing the RKO level off the stop levels of insane. Yeah.
trouble. But the champion, without a doubt, is
Like Swerve, like watch Swerve and Claudio. Like everybody critiques. Like this is the thing, and I know Ed, you and I agree about this. Wrestling can be different, but hell, both promotions have a lot to offer. Jesus! There's the Swerve stop he was looking for earlier. There it is. Wrestling has to be different. There's no cat about it. Wrestling can be different. Wrestling is different. And Swerve just showed how good wrestling over here at AEW is. The Swerve and Claudio. I'm surprised the EVPs haven't showed up yet after Swerve's word to start the show here. Or maybe they just talk about it on Wednesday. But yeah, there's so many different styles. There's so many different, like... And there's so many different standards to what is successful. And this is the biggest thing that people have to realize. Just because there's a standard of wrestling that you want to see an X promotion to get to, who knows if AEW really needed to be that number one promotion, or if they ever gold was to be one. To be a solid number two and to make a lot of money, I think that could be a viable option here. Swerve wants to go shake Claudio's hand, and Nana's too busy trying to dance right now. Bloodsport can't happen more than once in a while because that's not saying enough people would want to watch week in and week out, but it's great few times a year. Exactly. That's why you do War Games once a year. Blood and Guts one time a year.
What a match, fans. This is one to remember for a long, long time in the great matches we've had in AEW.
What did Claudio point at for? Was he pointing at Nana? Was it more of a watch out what you're doing? Or that spot over there was absolutely insane, one or the other. But yeah, like, it's no different than going out for meals, right? I'd love a Nana heel turn at some. But here's the thing: who does he have? Brian Cage? The Gates of Agony? That's all he has right now. Unless you're getting somebody in here to make an impact at that point. Oh, we're starting with a parking lot brawl. So I walked into an AEW event and I walked into a brawl. I don't know if live's the right term for this. Sorry to hide kayfabe on you guys, but this was recorded on Thursday. AEW trying to make a parking lot as dangerous as NXT's. Austin Matthews over the rest. There can't be much left of the game anyway, so. In Jacksonville, parking's got to be cheap regardless, right? But no, the biggest difference here, and compared to the AEW match, is the parking lot versus what's happening in NXT parking lot. And they summed it up perfectly on commentary. The two times that this has happened in AEW, they have been absolutely bloody, brutal matches. People are just constantly getting injured in the NXT parking lot. I love a good brawl if it, if it has purpose. And this is the thing I've said about, death matches, weapons matches, all that stupid stuff. If you're going to do it just for the sake of doing it, I can't stand it. If you're going to do it and give me a reason, like what's happened with these two and the relationship these two have had over the last, 10, 15 years? Oh, and Chuck's bleeding already. Ow. Watch out, Trent. That's real glass right there. Sorry, I had to. That was just way too easy. You know what's weird? That they have that extra little piece of plywood sitting that way. Oh, Nigel. That was amazing. Oh, there goes that drywall. Nigel's comment. 208 days without action. You're used to that, Shivani, right? I'll give him full credit for that joke. At least they're giving a chance for Chuck to actually get an opportunity here to get into something, even if they're going to send him off this way. Because I totally believe that it's going to be Trent that wins this. That was two. Shivani, come on, get with it here. I love that they're going to do the parking lot brawl picture-in-picture. Actually, it didn't come down on it. If you do that properly, you don't even have to worry about your hip there. You can just come land on your feet. Oh, God. Oh, dang. I'll get to it after this match. I don't want to bring everybody down right now. You're using a TV now? Or is that just a straight pane of glass? Door! 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 Uh-oh. Trent set up the door. You know what happens when you set up the door? You go through the door. That was a real monitor with real glass there. And there's the door. Look at that face on Chuck. Seriously. Well, Chuck always said he wanted to be on TV more. That was creative. Right up into that tailgate. That was pretty awesome. That drywall is about as flimsy as half my jokes on here. Oh no. Oh no. Somebody's going through some glass. Yeah, I know it's a mini shovel. You're only burying him a little bit. But we actually have glass here on a nationally televised show. We're going to see Chuck Taylor go through some glass. That's what we're going to see. That's going to be the end of this. Those are light tubes. Once again, you set it up, you deliver it. That's gotta hurt. Oh! Oh! Trent can't turn around and say, oh my God, that was real glass. That's sugar glass. Trent's not losing this. Let's just face it. Do you really want to go up that way with the dirty glass there? I love Shivani and Nigel going at it on commentary here. This is sick. Rampage has always been known as the bloodiest show of the three. So once again, just a reminder, Tony Khan was on set with this, and he was wearing the neck brace. Oh, right in the nuts. Yeah, he's out. Remsburg, he's down on the ground now, so don't bother. That was bloody. That was brutal. It absolutely sucks that these two guys are going to break up now. He's going after the ankle. Well, there goes another 6 months. Well, this will be a double or nothing match now. Oh my God. No, we aren't. And it's going to be a hell of a story when he comes back. Samson, keep it in the boot. Keep it in the boot. Oh, great. Callis is recruiting. I guess Callis is going to have to recruit because right now it's starting to look like both Fletcher and Ospreay are starting to tease leaving the family. And I think this might be the storyline where there is a possibility they kick out Fletcher first and add Beretta to it. Which actually might not be the worst thing in the world. I'd like to see Fletcher and Ospreay and Mark Davis get back together and set up their own faction again together. The United Empire would be great in AEW. Especially if they could come out together for that main event out in Wembley. All right, so I heard this other option come down on the old X machine earlier tonight. I want to ask you, which scenario do you consider better? You get Ospreay versus Swerve for the world title for the main event of All In, or you get a semi-main of Ospreay versus Pac for the international title. Now, if we take the titles aside, I think either one of these matches will be absolutely insane. And the fact that Pac's a hometown guy as well as Ospreay, like, that could be a little bit of all right. Why not have both? Well, that would be the same night I'm talking about. Oh, I personally think we should get both of these matches. Absolutely. But which one would you rather have? Which one would you rather have in terms of All In? I think if you're trying to book Homeward, like if you're trying to get the best London crowd you can, you book the Pac match. You want to get the most worldwide attention, you book the Swerve match. Because I think there'll be a lot more feel for a match against Pac. Not just, like, both matches technically will be absolutely amazing. Like, don't even kid yourself. They're going to be insane, the things that they could do. But as you have Pac there with that extra little story of coming home and I want my title back that I never lost. Well, he lost. Well, I guess he did lose it. Never mind. To Orange, but just as much of a disgrace as it was to lose it to him, I think there is a possibility you might want to do the Pac match there. And this will probably be the big bill match that they were advertising. So I think if you're gonna main event a match here, you do Thunder Rosa Deonna Purrazzo as our main event here. And they are not afraid to put the women as the main event on Rampage quite often. So, not that I watch a ton of Rampage. Friday nights are always filled up with work, and up until I started doing these Collision Sidecasts, I didn't have TSN Plus, so I'm not a big fan of having to go on a streaming channel to find things.
You had an impressive showing in the Casino Gauntlet match this past Wednesday on Dynamite. We all want to know what's next for you.
Well, on Saturday, May 11th, we're coming to my hometown. AEW Collision live from Vancouver, BC, Canada. The Rogers Arena, the same building that an 11-year-old Kyle saw his first wrestling event ever. And at that show, I looked at my dad and I said, "Dad, I'm going to do this one day." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, sure. But somehow I pulled it off. Now, 25 years later, I'm coming back to do the only thing that I've ever been any good at, and that's wrestling. To compete against the
You're going to be there? Attaboy.
the world has to offer. And fortunately for me, I'm in AEW. We're the best wrestling.
Gotta get the catchphrase in. So you know he's. Oh, okay. So they're gonna do the tag match as a main event. All right. Gotta love the Kill Bill outfit there. No, if you haven't been to an AEW show, and I think most of us in here already have, but if you haven't been to an AEW show, it is a very different atmosphere. The crowd has usually got a lot more energy to it. They're a lot more pumped up. And the energy really doesn't die through most of it. Yeah, like the energetic feel of it is just because most of the people there know, like, I don't want to say that WWE fans don't know about wrestling. I think it's more the fact that there's such a wider scale of people due to promotion, due to notoriety, due to the PR machine that TK needs to work on. WWE just gets more numbers, and a lot of those numbers are there to enjoy the show, just sit back. They're there for an event. They're not there for wrestling. And I think at AEW, it's, yeah, exactly. Most are wrestling fans, not just WWE fans. You'll see a lot more AEW fans going to a WWE show than you'll see WWE fans going to an AEW show. And that's up here, you're not going to see as much of a difference because we get wrestling shows like this so few and far between that we're just appreciative of everything we get. And it's also amazing, like even if you look at the independent scene here in Edmonton, which I think is absolutely booming right now, you're getting two promotions that are routinely selling out their venue. The third one that isn't selling out their venue is about 4 times the size of those other two, so that's the only reason why they haven't sold out. And the key thing when you look at those promotions, I would have to say it's only about 20 to 30% fans that go from show to show to show. These fans are wondering who to cheer for. That's the fun thing here. Bees win, all right. Well, call that. Yeah, there you go. Toronto, 1 win away from golfing. I hope it snows next week like it has been in Calgary, so they don't get the chance to go golfing even though they should be. It's funny, somebody came up to me today and said it was snowing in Calgary, and I'm like, no, that's just salt in the wound. That's just salt falling from the sky, so, you know, Flames fans can't go there that way. It's supposed to be nice this way next week. Watch it, the salt will fly. The salt will fly. It's funny, we're even supposed to get snow here next week. Bye-bye, Leafs. Well, one more to go. So if you guys are just... Oh. It's humid, yeah. NEW going to have Josh Alexander, Jody Threat, and ELP. That's right. Whatever, it should take the week off to do the energy. Honestly, NEW shows, I've only been able to get a chance to watch them on YouTube. Our buddy Jupiter Vision has had the opportunity to go to one. And they're just fantastic. So if you get the chance to go to both, I would say definitely do it. Like here in Edmonton, we actually get 3 straight days of wrestling. We got AEW on the Wednesday. Thursday, Canada Wrestling's Elite is coming to Edmonton with their special guest Savio Vega for all the old school fans here. And then Friday, Top Talent Pro Wrestling's running here in Edmonton with special guest Queen Aminata, who's going to be taking on local favorite Ava Lawless. And then Mustafa Ali is going to be here as well, taking on Harlan Abbott. Like, local wrestling, the TV wrestling, I don't know if it's been any better than... Ali's on a hell of a run right now. Yeah, 32-0 on... 32-0 so far, I do believe, is where he's at. He's got it all over his socials if you don't believe him, so... But yeah, it is such a good time to be a wrestling fan, and it's not as taboo as it used to be, and that's the other thing. Wrestling is starting to become more mainstream. Like hell, even 5 years ago, it was almost embarrassing. Well, I'd say about 6 to 7 years ago, it was embarrassing to be a wrestling fan in many ways. On the higher level. The independent's not as bad, but definitely on the higher level. Because, well, let's just face it, the wrestling was goofy. The booking was terrible. And there was no money to be made in it, really. But look at look what's happening here. We're 3 hours in. We're into our third hour here of just a regular week of TV. And thank you guys once again. I do appreciate it for stopping by here tonight. We are jam-packed here, and it's, well, hell, we're almost 11 o'clock Eastern right now. And you're seeing some great matches going on here. Like, Deonna and Thunder Rosa. Like, Thunder just coming off that injury. And Deonna sort of in a... This match sort of feels like a culmination of a feud. Because this feels like it should be the end of a... Like, it's the two that are trying to help each other but don't help me. I think that's the best way to describe this story between these two. But it's also that position where you look at Thunder Rosa and I don't know what the best term of it is, but it's almost like they did the big match for her too early. Because let's look at this now. Thunder Rosa, the big match for her is the chance to get her title back. And let's face it, outside of the old-fashioned low blow, she's done with that feud. Like, where do you go with her now? Like, Deonna, I don't think Deonna's actually had that match yet. They had this rivalry at Impact before AEW, so it makes sense, but I don't know how it ends, though. That's the thing, like, but here's also the other thing. Where do you go from here? Because Thunder Rosa was on top. Like, I'm thinking you eventually want to get to Deonna and Mercedes, or sorry, Deonna and Toni, possibly. But it almost feels like whatever Thunder Rosa does now, it's going to be a downgrade. But I guess anybody that loses the title, it's going to be in that position here right now. But it almost makes me wish that they had a tag division set up, though. Do they have a three-way title match for the Not immediately. I think you just go with the Deeb Storm match here, Double or Nothing. I think that's where they're going to go. You can't really put Thunder Rosa in there. And Deonna really hasn't done anything. Like, every roadblock she's had in her way, she hasn't been able to get past. Thunder Rosa's been trying to help her, but Deonna's been saying no. Oh, we're going to get Copeland versus TBA next week. That's going to be fun. Mariah and Serena next week? Let's go. Dynamite, yeah, like just what Shivani said. Dynamite on Wednesday is going to be amazing. Hashtag amazeballs. These ladies have been doing a hell of a job out here in this match. Okay, new show, so she's allowed to do the stomp here. Or else Swerve and Claudio might get upset. I think it just makes sense here if you get Peraza the win, but you never know these days. Like, that's the thing about the AEW women's division. You don't really know what you're going to get. Oh, there we go. The flying nothing into the Fujiwara. Oh, and now into a choke.
The chokehold is on. With the body scissors as well. It's going to be very difficult for Peraza to escape. He's trying to alleviate the pressure.
But the thing is, Peraza's got so much strength on her.
The stronger of the two. No question about that. And she was showing that. It was full on display right there now.
Like hell, her biggest rival was Jordan Grace, right? Her biggest rival in Impact, I think. You'd have to say Jordan Grace was like the final boss there to begin with. And she was going toe to toe with a lot of things there.
Back and forth. Who's going to make the critical error?
And I feel embarrassed because I feel the same problem.
Shoulders are up. 1, 2, no, not 1.
Ha!
Again, a Fujiwara armbar.
This.
Again, the Escada. 2, 3.
Wow! I'll get back to that. That's actually, this could set off Deanna in a bit of a heel tiff at this point. There it is. I was waiting for that. Let's go. Need to get a few more heels going together, and you know what? Now we can have this feud for a while. Now we got her set up a little better. Now we got a little more outstanding feud here, but I can't believe that was Danny Burch. I'm a brain dead moron some days. Well, just those days ending in Y, of course. Somebody put a table out somewhere there. Let's have a scaffold match right now, just for the hell of it. Ooh! Ooh! Double burns by Deanna. That, as we flash up the Double or Nothing graphic. So we're probably going to get a promo from the Undisputed Kingdom here. We had Danny Burch, damn it. I thought it was... For some reason, I thought Martin Stone was somebody else. But now I see the resemblance, except for the extra LBs.
As we just saw on Dynamite, Will Ospreay won the Casino Gauntlet match and earned himself a shot at your international title.
Hold on. Before we get started, not Lexi. It's 3 guys.
Not Lexi.
That's 2 guys that have nursed someone from the brink of paralysis. Yeah, I think the 3 of us just want to wish a very
Shamed as an NXT and a UK indie fan to have somehow missed that. He looks different. Ha!
congratulations. You did it.
I love how Roddy literally scares everybody else, not just him.
Delivered the downfall, demise, and destruction of the aerial assassin at Double or Nothing.
Your boys are on TV? Ah, excellent.
But none of that is going to matter when you step in the ring with me. Just like all the ones before, I'm going to dismantle you. I'm going to break you
Kingdom!
in front of the Messiah. The Messiah of the Backbreaker.
I love that he's bringing this gimmick back. Ah, excellent. We have it already, the ring match. The man who's going to live under the learning tree of Chris Jericho. There's another power couple at AEW. Big Bill and Lexi Nair. Oh, God. Blackwell's going to be black and blue by the end of this. Big Bill, big dumb enough to get fired from WWE for beating up a little person. If it was Enzo, I wouldn't complain. Yeah, that's not even one. All right. All right. Enough of this. You're going to teach me even though I'm not... I think we're done now. I love these already in the ring matches. Oh, Jericho. Oh, I feel so bad for Big Bill. All right, main event's coming up here. So just for today, I'll let you know what's going to happen here after we're done here. I'm not going to take the usual long break. Probably maybe about 2-3 minutes tops. Frankly, because I want you guys to get everything done. I want to be hopefully done by 10:15 our time here. Not because I have a deadline. It's just because it's so damn late already. We're going to take about a 2-3 minute break. I'm going to get everything ready to change over here. And we'll fire up 2K24. Get into the GM mode. We have... we might possibly have an Intercontinental Championship match. We're gonna see the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes in action. And we're going to see the debut of the newest signee to MTR SmackDown, one JC Jane. She will be in action. Probably against Battleship Brittany. Just mainly because the opponents I want to put her against, they're either injured or very low stamina. So yeah, if you weren't around last time, I did actually injure Tiffany Stratton, which I know, Ed, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ed. I will give her a spa to make her feel better today. But yeah, that's what ended up happening on last week's show. In a match, I just needed her to get through, but it ended up taking a lot more out of her than we thought. So hopefully the spa will help her out. And we're 3 weeks away from Survivor Series, which is the go home PLE to Mania. So we'll see how things go here. And right now I'm starting to gain a little bit of a lead over everybody. Starting to separate a little bit. Got a few things I got to run into here to finish things off properly, but we will discuss those as we get to the show here. But probably running the Survivor Series PLE right before the Edmonton show the day before. Just because I won't be here for the day of the Edmonton show here in Edmonton. on the 8th. So we'll see how things go, see how things line up. But other than that, everybody, just once again, thank you for stopping by. I truly do appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with everybody. It's fun when everybody's chatting it up and coming up with different ideas and showing up with facts that I'm just absolutely, duh about. And yeah, just glad to see people from all over the country, all over North America hopping in here as we're chatting a little bit of wrestling and having a little bit of fun. As they're bringing everybody out for the main event here. This should go about 10 minutes, I do believe. Just the way things are adding up, it looks like it'll probably be about 10 minutes. Math-wise. But yeah, all in all tonight with wrestling, it's been a lot of fun. I think once again, we've hit that target of another great night of wrestling. It's always interesting that the Rampage shows always end up with the weirdest main events. I love how they bring up the Ring of Honor Pure title. I think the last time one game left, absolutely. Feel free to take care of Toronto on Monday. Because if they end up going on Wednesday, then that'll be a... Let's not even give them any hope. Just quash them. Last defended in January? Was he around that much? Yeah, I saw the Classics program. I'm not... Oh, it's Tuesday. Okay. Everybody gets an extra day. Nice to see Garcia in the black tights tonight instead of, his usual flashy pants. Oh, I'm a fan of all sports. I'm a former basketball referee and coach. I was an assistant coach for a college here in Edmonton for 3 years. Volleyball's the big one I was involved with for about 25 years. Soccer, again, another 15 years as a referee. Favorite teams is Celtics. The only reason I love the Celtics today is because they blew out the Heat, and the fact that we managed to start at Rampage early tonight, and Rampage and Collision. I'm surprised they said a go-go to the back of this one. Well, that barricade didn't have much give here. But yeah, in terms of the program, yeah, I heard about it. I haven't seen it. I'll be honest, MLB The Show 24 hasn't gripped me the same way 23 has. It hasn't disappeared off my schedule. Like, I will get to it. I'll probably do a little bit of grinding offline, but in terms of being on stream, it's not hitting me the way it used to. And right now we're going to try out Top Spin and see it. Like, I picked up Top Spin 2K25. That's what we're going to be playing tomorrow. And then, yeah, maybe we'll throw up some MLB later on. The only thing that makes it fine for me is the fact it's free. I definitely get my money's worth. Probably try and flush out a little bit more before the second season, and then... I know I was supposed to get my Guilty Gear Strive Collector's Edition here yesterday, but it ended up back catalog till I believe it's May 7th is when it's coming out now. I love Shane Taylor. Just his boxing ability. All right, you have yourself a good night here. We're going to fire into a 2K24 after this. WWE 2K24, so enjoy your shower. Oh, you'll be here? Okay, cool. Hopefully it helps your headache a little bit. Wow, Moriarty really smart there. Get his shot in, get the body around. That way he doesn't get able to get the tag off. Moriarty's been so good for so long. Garcia coming in like a house of fire after a little bit of a delay. Calls it the twisted shout. Or got to get all the covers in if you're going to do it more than once, right? This crowd is trying. This crowd is fired up. They're still raring to go here. Oh, and there's Taylor. Damn! That was a nice DDT there. Square on his head. Not Phoenix square on his head, but close enough. Oh, that's right. You got your subscriber here. The ads aren't going to be around for a while, so. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Oh, Go finally decided to show up. I thought he left the ringside. Now he's gone to commentary. Yeah, well, you got Shane Taylor, the boxer. It sort of makes sense that you bring an Olympic-style boxer to go with you. But the amount of work that Shane Taylor's done to improve himself, just absolutely fantastic. Kirby with the snacks. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, look at this. Oh, what a shot with a right. Yeah, we're here just watching a little bit of AEW Dynamite. Doing well here. Just enjoying the wrestling as we're final break of the night, as they say. All right, so we probably got about another 7 or 8 minutes left of the show here tonight. Two years, 7 months, 30 days, 23 hours. Eee, wow. Almost 3 years, yeah. Now I'm guessing there. You used to be Morton Martin, right? Just Kirby with the snacks just makes sense, right? Unfortunately, I don't have Hug as a function, so never mind. Sorry, just trying to look up the history here. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All the snacks everywhere. Thank you for sharing, my friend. This makes a lot of sense here. When they're doing the picture-in-picture right now, the only people that are watching this are in Canada or the Fight International feed. So this is where you do promote the All In show more than anything else, right? I wonder what I haven't had the chance to look it up. I wonder what the ticket sales are for All In right now. Yeah, I know. I kind of figured. I just wasn't going to push the issue. We've been on here for 3 1/4 hours already talking wrestling, so I like to Oh Jesus. Well, looks like Shane Taylor found a buddy to scream at. Going up. Do your job. Do your job. That fan was intense. Absolutely, Shane is a dangerous man here right now. Yeah, we're maybe 5 minutes away from wrapping this up here tonight on that. I love the fact that Garcia's in there saying, "What the hell are you doing here?" I love how Menard gets in there with Nigel and just says not. Yeah, WrestleTix does have any updates. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I know they're not going to get the same numbers they did last year. Number one, it's not the first year. Number two, Bash in Berlin is a week later. So a lot of people, if they're going to make an international trip, they have to decide if they want to go to London or do they want to go to Berlin. So it is a tough decision. If you want to see more matches, you're going to go to All In. If you're going to see... But there's 1K plus left for each for Double or Nothing and Forbidden. Oh, good. So we're 6 weeks out, I guess we're 4 weeks out from Double or Nothing. So it's not the worst thing in the world to be 1,000 out. Without any... I think we have 2 matches maybe announced. We got the Willow Mercedes match announced. We got the Ospreay Roderick Strong match announced. Wednesday, we're going to get the heavyweight title match. We'll get their main event program started. I'd assume if they're going to start bringing in the Elite versus Blank, we're going to get the tag title match settled up too. And all right, Ed, you have yourself a good night. Once again, great seeing you, and we'll check you out on Tuesday. Probably right out to his stream if we're done before he is. Him and Astrid covered NXT on Wednesday, or on Tuesday, sorry. Saturday Night Fever, let's go. I'd be afraid of Shibata too if I was, the referee. Maybe he's just mesmerized by the dancing. The rhythm's gonna get you. The rhythm's gonna get you tonight. Sorry, I had to throw a little Gloria Estefan out there for you. Another base. Yeah, we don't throw those out too often here. We don't want to kill the fans too much here. There it is, once again, back to back. So now they're getting 3 hours straight on TBS. They're actually really fired up this 3 hour wrestling thing. And you're really starting to see a different product, right? And Shibata's just saying no, no, no. Ha! And then when Taylor hits, that matters. That was nice. But I love the story right there. Taylor comes in and like, no, we're not playing this game. I read somewhere that if views don't drop for the third hour, they might keep it that way. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, the thing I was going to mention earlier. I know a lot of people don't like him, and I know a lot of people think it's a lot of controversial stuff, but deepest wishes to Sean Ross Sapp, the owner of Fightful, or the head producer of Fightful. His grandmother has been, the progress on his grandmother has been rapidly decreasing over the last few hours here. A lot of people have been trolling him over the last few days, and he just had to put that out there as, look, this is what we got. This is what I'm dealing with right now. I'm not having you. What a suplex! But yeah, biggest well wishes to Sean Ross Sapp here. So, there's the PK, and that's it. And we ended on a positive note here tonight. Yeah. But yeah, we've had a lot of positive things when it comes to wrestling here tonight. A lot of things. Yeah, you like it because he doesn't put up with the trolls crap. Yeah. I'm with you. I respect him for that. And usually when he reports something, he makes sure it's repeatedly reported properly too. But yeah, he put it out on his X here just about an hour ago when I said I had to save something for later. I love how Nigel's just going off now about the refereeing. But yeah, for 3 hours of wrestling tonight, it has absolutely been amazing here. We've had Claudio and Swerve. We had Toni Storm and Anna Jay was actually really good. I really don't want to see Shibata lose to Jericho. It's going to be next week. Sorry, that just caught me there. But yeah, overall tonight, like, from the beginning to the end, has actually been pretty solid. It's going to be fun to have any member of the House of Black as part of that Cope Challenge. I love the indie feel. A bigger promotion that actually, feels with the fans a lot more. See you, Winnipeg! All right, hell of a fun night of wrestling. All wrapped up there with a great tag team match to finish things up. Once again, AEW does a bang-up job on that, so it's going to be interesting to see how some of these stories carry forward. We're going to hear from Deonna Purrazzo and why she turned on Thunder Rosa. Thank goodness, so somebody puts that rivalry forward. We're going to hear who Swerve's opponent's going to be for Double or Nothing on Wednesday. We're going to hear from Kenny Omega, which we have so many ways of thinking how this is going to go. I got a feeling it's probably going to open the show and it's going to set up everything. I'm sure we're going to hear from the EVP trolls. And, it's going to be a fun week of wrestling. Once again, I don't care whether you're watching WWE, AEW, whichever. It's going to be absolutely a blast. And I thank you once again for everybody for sticking around with me here.